Good morning, everybody. Today we are working on the plumbing that's just off the water heaters. The water heater is busted, so I'll have to get a new one, but temporarily I'm going to bridge the gap in the water. That way we can have water to the place. So what we're going to do is we're going to bridge this gap to this gap. Alright, so if I'm going to show the successful projects or successful times I work on a project, I've also got to show the failures or the riggings. So this device is it's not cutting this pipe. I think that this pipe may be PEX piping, which is awesome for the winter, but not awesome for cutting. So what I had to do, surprisingly, I had to take my pocket knife to cut this section out. I said I was going to bridge right over here to down here, but I had to cut this section out because the knife is not going to cut the edge just perfectly. And with these kind of fittings, you want the edge to be just perfect. So I'm going to Lowe's. I'm going to buy a cutting device that will cut these edges a little straighter. There'll be a clean cut so I can attach the fittings. And while I'm at Lowe's, I'm going to be getting the fittings to connect these two hoses. So I'm at Lowe's. Come to Lowe's just to buy some plumbing supply. Cost me a couple dozen dollars, maybe 80 or so. But I ended up buying a fence. Alright, we are back finally with all the plumbing parts we need. I'll show you. I decided to go with the old school clamp, hose clamp for the PEX. You can also use SharkBite, but SharkBite tends to leak. So my best option would be to go with the clamps. Kind of a thing that's pretty common to do is okay, I'm replacing this right here. So a good thing to do is the part that you're going to replace, go ahead and build it outside of your work area. So I built this just outside of this little cubby, so that when I cut these two pipes, I can just put this right on. This is what we were using to cut the PEX. I found out that you really can't cut PEX with this. If you can, it's really difficult. So when I was at Lowe's, I got one of these, and this should slice right through it. There it should be. With these, you have to open them all the way up. You gotta hear them click. Kind of like a ratcheting type system. And there we go, both of them are off. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up so I got some more space. Let's see what I'm cleaning up. So, you guys don't know yet, I've got a new farm dog, and his name is Buddy. What do you think? Think these would make, comment down below if you think these would make a good toy for Buddy. He's a young pup, so he chews on absolutely everything, and I think he'd really enjoy these. So let me know in the comments. Alright. So next step would be go ahead and putting these clamps on. You're going to put these on first because you're not going to be able to put them on after you attach this. You're going to have both of your screws pointing out towards you. Some of this, to some people, it's going to be common sense. You'll wonder why I'm talking about it. But not everybody's done plumbing before. So some people are going to be new to this. So why not give some tips? I'm here to document what I'm doing, but also why not give tips while I'm down here? Alright, we got both those elbows connected. So PEX is probably the best material that you can get for popping, and the reason is PVC, CPVC will expand to a certain extent when it's frozen, but it will stop expanding and eventually crack. With PEX, this stuff will swell up the size of a football, literally the size of a football before it busts. So this stuff is really hard to bust. I got this cool tool from Lowe's. This is really handy to have. It's a flexible screwdriver. You get a lot of tight spots when you're doing plumbing, or when you're working with hose clamps in general. You'll get a lot of tight spots. So these flexible screwdrivers, I think that's what you would call it. I don't know. It's a little bit different than a screwdriver. Either way, the flexible tools in this situation is super useful. There's one down. That sucker's attached good to the bottom, and then we'll be done. So a buddy of mine suggested that I get a stabilizing selfie stick. So I went to Walmart, and it's kind of cool. They had a stabilizing selfie stick that can also fold out and become a tripod. So right now, my camera is sitting on that tripod selfie stick. If you guys would, anybody watching this, comment on the stability of the camera. Is it shaky? What do you guys think? Shoot, on that note, go check out some of my older videos and see if they're more shaky. Alright, it's just about time to go turn the pump on and see if we have any more leaks. But that should suffice. That should do us. Alright, I will touch back with you guys once we know. Alright, we're done for the day. Excuse my mess, but we do have water. And all three faucets, we are set.